Hello students, myself Pallavi Jaiswal. Here in this video, we will discuss the topic signal and its classification. Starting with what is signal? Signal is a quantity which contains information. It may be a function of time, temperature, position, pressure, distance, anything. If we talk about what is signal, as we know that in any system we require some input, and that particular input is nothing but a signal which is in any form, whatever be the requirement of that system. That input is any type of signal like temperature, pressure, position, anything. Depending upon the system application, it will provide some output. This is the general phenomena of any system. There is a requirement of input. That input is nothing but a signal. That particular signal, if we ask about that, depending upon the system application, it will have that type of signal. If in our daily life we came across many type of signal like music, speech, picture signal, video signal. In other words, also there are signals like electrical signals, which is radio signal, TV signal, computer signals. All are the examples of signals which we came across in our daily life. Now we will discuss the classification of signal. As we know that there are two type of signals available, that is analog signal and second one is digital signal. Here, depending upon their nature and the characteristics in time domain, we have two type of signal. Signal classified into two types, which is of continuous time signal, second one is discrete time signal. Continuous time signal is nothing but an analog signal and discrete time signal is nothing but a digital signal. Now we will discuss these two types individually. Now starting with continuous time signal. Continuous time signal is also known as analog signal. As from the word itself, we can understand continuous time. That means it will have values at every instant of time. Here, as we can see in this diagram, we have a signal which is continuous in nature. That means if we need to have a value after 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.2, 3, 4, 5, 6, anything, we have values at every instant of time. This is called as continuous time signal, or which is also known as analog signal, as from it will have continuous output at every instant of time. That's why we call it as continuous time signal. Here, if we discuss the topic continuous time signal, there is a notation difference. If we discuss the topic discrete time signal, there is a notation of representation difference in between these two. If we talk about continuous time signal, that particular signal is represented by x of t. That particular signal is represented by x of t. Here, the time is represented by t itself. Here, time is represented by t itself, which is the independent variable in case of continuous time signal. Obviously, the particular x of t depend upon the time. Depending upon the time instant, it will provide some output in continuous nature in case of continuous time signal. Obviously, now we will discuss discrete time signal. What is discrete time signal? Discrete time signal is also known as digital signal. Digital signal. Discrete time signal is also known as digital signal. And what is discrete time signal? Discrete time signal, now we will discuss this topic with the help of diagram. Here in this diagram, as we can see that in between 0 and 1, there is no output. In between 1 and 2, there is no output. In between 2 and 3, there is no output. Obviously, in case of discrete time signal, there is an output at particular instant of time, not every instant of time. In continuous time signal, there is a value at every instant of time, But in case of discrete time signal, the output will have we will have output at particular instant of time. That means if we talk about 1, then we have value, but if we talk about 1.5, then there is no value, there is output of 0. That's why we call it as discrete time signal. It will provide output at particular instant of time. Obviously there is a representation difference. Here discrete time signal is represented by x of n, and in time the notation will be n. In case of discrete time signal, in place of time we have notation n, and discrete time signal is represented by x of n here in this diagram, as we can see. Now, on the basis of continuous time signal and discrete time signal, we have 4 types of signals, which is first deterministic and non-deterministic signal, second periodic and aperiodic signal, third even and odd signal, fourth energy and power signal. Now we will discuss this individually, starting with deterministic and non-deterministic signal. What is deterministic signal? From the word itself, it can define, it can be determined. It can be determined mathematically. That means its value, its pattern are already we can determine already in advance. It can easily be predicted. All these are the factors which come under the category of deterministic signal. From the definition, deterministic signal are those signals which can be completely specified in time. The pattern of this type of signal is regular and can be characterized mathematically, and the nature and the amplitude of such signal at any instant of time can be predicted. This is the particular nature of deterministic signal. For example, here we have 3 examples. First one is x of t is equals to at. This is nothing but a ramp signal. In case, as we know that ramp signal, this is ramp signal, x of t, this one is t, this is nothing but a ramp signal, x of t is equals to at, this is ramp signal. Here, depending upon the t, obviously on increasing the value of t, ramp signal is increasing linearly. In case of ramp signal, obviously we know that the amplitude increases linearly with time. In case of ramp signal, obviously the slope is, here the value is a. Now second example is xt is equals to a sin omega t. This is nothing but a sinusoidal signal. Here for this signal, amplitude is sinusoidally increases with the time. Obviously this one is your x of t. This will be the amplitude of particular signal. This is of minus. Here we have this is the sinusoidal signal we have. So it can also be determined easily with the help of mathematical expression or with the help of your figure or waveform. Now the third example is nothing but a x of n. Third example is x of n is equals to 2, n greater than or equals to 0, otherwise 0. That means it will have output which is the value 2 for the time value. N क्या है? N is nothing but a time in case of discrete time signal. So n will be greater than or equals to 0, then only the output will be 2. If we draw this particular signal in waveform. Here the value 0, there is a notation 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3. Obviously there is a value 2 when n, the value of n must be greater than or equals to 0. We can draw the value n greater than 0 like this. That means it will have positive values from 0 till infinite. There is no extent written here. That's why we can say that it will go from 0 till positive values of n. This is n. Here there is no value in the negative section. Here there is no value. Because of this expression, this particular waveform will be drawn. These above two examples are the continuous time signal example, and third one is nothing but a discrete time example. Obviously xt represent the continuous time signal, x of n represent the discrete time signal. Now from above three examples, as we know that it can be determined easily because all of the three examples can be mathematically expressed and can be predicted in advance. As we know that a of t is first signal, x of t is equals to at is nothing but a ramp signal. We know already second one, xt equals to a sin omega t. We know already that this signal is sinusoidal signal. That's why this all are the signal which is of deterministic in nature. Now we will discuss next non-deterministic signal. What is non-deterministic signal? Non-deterministic, from the word itself, it can neither be determined nor be able to determine. Obviously its occurrence is random in nature. That's why it is also called as random signal. Obviously the pattern is irregular. Obviously we don't have their values in proper value. Obviously its occurrence is random. Obviously its pattern is also irregular. The most important example in case of this is the noise, which is thermal noise or anything which is of irregular in nature. Now we will discuss the topic periodic and aperiodic signal. What is periodic signal? As we know from the word, it will already understand from the word periodic. Anything which will be repeated at particular instant of time, that is nothing but a periodic. That particular is known as periodic. A periodic signal is one which has a definite pattern and then repeat over and over with a repetition period of t. Obviously there has been a period, that means a particular time period, that particular signal repeat itself at a particular instant of time, it will repeat, is nothing but a periodic signal. Obviously there is a condition for signal to be periodic. That particular signal is different in case of expression is different in case of continuous time signal and in discrete time signal. First, in case of this continuous time signal, we can have this particular condition which must be followed for the signal to be periodic. Obviously xt plus t equals to xt. This expression must be followed for the periodic signal. T is nothing but a time period. Capital T is nothing but a time period. Here in this diagram, as we can see, particular signal is nothing but a sawtooth signal. As we know the nature of this particular signal, this is sawtooth signal. This is repeat at particular instant of time, which is t. It repeats itself at a particular time period which is of t. That's why it is periodic in nature. Now we will discuss the topic aperiodic signal. No, we can discuss for the discrete time signal. For the discrete time signal, we can have the expression x of n plus capital N equals to x of n. Obviously, there is a difference in the notation. Capital N represent the time domain in case of time period, in case of discrete time signal, and N represent the time. There is a difference of notation. Now, here in this diagram, as we can see, in between 0 and 1, there is no value, and whatever be the value in between 0 and 1, in 1 there is the amplitude which is 2, in the 2 which is the value 1, in 3 which is the value 2, and in 4 it is the value 1. That means this is the repetition like 1 2 2 1 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 ratio in between this discrete time signal instant. That's why this is called periodic signal, because its value repeat itself at a particular instant of time. Now we will discuss the topic periodic signal. What is periodic signal? What is aperiodic signal? Aperiodic signal, obviously it does not repeat itself at a particular time instant, hence it is called aperiodic signal. Obviously it does not satisfy the condition of periodicity, hence it is aperiodic. As we can see this diagram, this is an example of exponential signal. As we know that xt is equals to e raised to the power minus at. This is the expression for the decaying exponential function. If in order to understand this particular signal is periodic or not, we can have the expression x of t plus capital T equals to xt. This is the condition of periodicity. If it is satisfied, then it is periodic. If it is not satisfied, it is aperiodic signal. Obviously, starting with earlier this expression, now we can change t is equals to t plus t naught in both the side, LHS and RHS. We can have this expression. Now, as we can see in this particular diagram, x of t is equals to e raised to the power minus at, and t, here t is nothing but a time period which goes infinite. In case of this example, t naught goes infinite, so we can have t naught value as infinite. Then we can open this exponential expression. As we know that the base is equal and the power must be added, hence we can equate it individually. E raised to the power minus infinite is nothing but a 0. That's why the whole expression must be 0, and it does not equals to xt, hence aperiodic, because it does not satisfy the condition of periodicity, hence aperiodic. This is the condition. Now we will discuss another type, which is even and odd signal. What is even signal and what is odd signal? First, even signal. As we know that there is a symmetry and anti-symmetry. From the word itself, there is a even signal is a symmetry signal, and odd signal is a anti-symmetry signal. From this diagram, as we can see, this is the diagram. As we can see, in the positive side and in the negative side, we have the positive value, we have the same value. That means symmetric. This is the origin. We can say even signal as symmetric about the origin. That means either the positive value of time or in the negative value of time, we have the same amplitude. Then that particular signal is even signal. Mathematically, we can express even signal as, for continuous time signal, xt is equals to x of minus t. That means this one is x of t and this one is x of minus t. So we have both amplitude are positive. That's why both the value are equal in case of even signal. Similarly, in case of discrete, In case of discrete time signal, we can have x of n equals to x of minus n. Here in this diagram, as we can see, this is 1, this is minus 1. Both the amplitude are same. This is 2, this is minus 2. Both the amplitude are same. That means for this one is x of n and this one is x of minus n. Both the value are same, either in negative side or in positive side. Hence this is periodic, or it is also known as symmetric signal because it is symmetric about the origin. Now we will discuss odd signal. Obviously this is also known as anti-symmetry. This is not identical about the origin. Obviously anti-symmetry, that means from the diagram we can understand, if we have the value, if we can have the value positive for the positive value of t, we can have positive value, then negative value of t, we can have negative value. Here this is the condition. We can have the condition for odd signal in case of continuous time signal. Here as we can see, x of t must be minus x of minus t. This expression must be satisfied for odd signal. Then in discrete time signal, we can have x of n equals to minus of x of minus n. In order to satisfy this condition, we can have this particular value. Obviously for the positive side, this one is x of t, and this one is x of minus t. Obviously this value is positive and this value is negative. In order to compensate this, we can add here negative sign, because one value was positive and another value is negative. In order to make it equal, we can have negative sign in front of that signal. Then only these two signal are become equal in case of odd signal. So obviously this is not identical about the origin, anti-symmetrical. This one is anti-symmetrical. Another example we can have, if we have this type of signal, then for the positive value of t, we can have positive amplitude. For the negative value of t, we can have negative, anti-symmetrical about the origin. Hence this is odd signal. Now we will discuss the topic energy and the power signal. What is energy and power signal? First discuss what is energy signal. Energy signal is one which has finite energy and zero average power. This is the condition for energy signal. If xt is an energy signal, then it must satisfy this condition, that is energy must be finite and average power must be zero in case of energy. Now we will discuss the formula for energy signal. There is a two different formula for continuous time signal and discrete time signal of energy. Now we can calculate continuous time signal energy formula. For the real signal, we have the formula E is equals to integration minus infinite to plus infinite x square of t dt. For the complex value signal, we can have the formula, both the formula are same. Here in this complex value signal, we can have mod. We can have mod in that signal. Now, in discrete time signal, energy formula can be like this. For real signal, n equals to minus infinity plus infinite x square of n. For in the case of complex value signal, we can have the formula like E is equals to summation n equals to minus infinity plus infinite x of n mod of square. This is the formula for discrete time signal in order to calculate energy. As now there are some points which need to be go through while calculating energy signal. For the energy to be finite, For the energy to be finite, obviously the signal amplitude must go to the zero. That means when t tends to infinite. Here in this diagram, as we can see, the amplitude goes on decreasing and it will zero at some point. This is the main importance to understand that in case of energy signal, the amplitude must be zero. The signal must go to the zero when it tends to infinite. When it tends to infinite, that means when it goes to infinity, its value must be zero in case of energy. Otherwise, this integral and its summation, it will not converge. This is the main requirement, that if the time tends to infinite, then the signal amplitude must be zero. Hence, this is the example of energy signal, because its value decreases and it's ultimately at some point t tends to infinity, it will zero. And energy signal is also a non-periodic signal. Obviously, what we can see, its amplitude is decreases to zero at some point. Its value must be zero at some point when t tends to infinity. Hence, this is non-periodic signal. Obviously, the value is not repeated. Hence, that particular signal is non-periodic signal. Obviously, this is time limited signal. Obviously, some instant of time, its value is zero. Now, we will discuss the topic power signal. What is power signal? Power signal is one which has finite or non-zero average power and infinite energy. That means if xt is the power signal, then we can have this condition: average power must be finite and energy must be infinite. That means while calculating power and energy, we can have this value. If we get the value power, that means finite, and energy is infinite, then that particular signal is power signal. Now we can have the formula. In case of continuous time signal, we can have this formula. For real signal, t is equals to t limit t tends to infinity 1 upon t integral minus t by 2 to plus t by 2 x square of t dt. For the complex value function, obviously there is a difference only, there is a mod. Now, in case of discrete time signal, we can have the formula: power is equals to limit n tends to infinity 1 by n summation n equals to minus n by 2 से n by 2 x of n का mod square. Obviously, power signal are the periodic signal because it will repeat itself a particular instant of time. Hence, all the power signals are periodic signal. This must be reminded. Energy signals are non-periodic signals and power signals are periodic signal. Thank you.